Well, this is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is what the season has come down to. Final game of the season, Brighton and Hove Albion versus Manchester City in the final game of the season. City are 1 point ahead at the top ahead of Liverpool. Liverpool going to a match at Anfield up against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Manchester City know that just a win will secure the Premier League title. So I'll put up some permutations in case you wasn't aware of how Manchester City can win the title or lose the title. And so it's as simple as if Manchester City win, no matter what score or what happens in the Liverpool game, Manchester City will be Premier League champions. If Manchester City draw against Brighton and Liverpool draw or lose, then Manchester City will be Premier League champions. If Manchester City lose and Liverpool lose, then Manchester City will be Premier League champions. This is where it starts getting a bit tricky. If Manchester City lose and Liverpool draw, then as long as Manchester City don't lose by 5, because we've got 4 goal difference on Liverpool and we've scored more goals, and we've also, I don't know if it comes down to head-to-head, but we've also got a better head-to-head than Liverpool too, then Manchester City will be Premier League champions. And so we need to lose by 5 if we're going to lose and Liverpool draw. Trust me, you don't want it coming down to that. Now, if Manchester City lose and Liverpool win, then Liverpool are going to be Premier League champions. If Manchester City draw and Liverpool win, then Liverpool will be Premier League champions. And like I said, Liverpool got a very tricky game at home against Wolves, who are very stubborn, very good defensively and very good offensively. They're one of them sides that can create 1 or 2 good chances. They are more than capable of putting away them 1 or 2 good chances. However, Wolves have secured 7th place. They're relying on Manchester City to win the FA Cup next week. That'll see them have Europa League football. They can't catch 6th. They can't finish 8th. And so basically their season is done. Along with Brighton, who are also safe from the relegation zone now. We've already got the 3 confirmed clubs that can go down. So there isn't a lot to play for there. I'm just hoping that Liverpool might have a little bit of a slow start, a Champions League hangover after that incredible game against Barcelona. I'm hoping that it'll be a little bit of a slow start there. And if they can keep that at 0-0 at half time and assess what's happening in the City game, then that would be good. But like Pep said, all the pressure in this game is going on to Manchester City, not Liverpool. And I'm hoping we're not going to have the week of shocks continuing. I'm hoping Man City can get the job done here against Brighton. And so we're going to talk about Brighton, our oppositions. Drawn 3 of their last 4 Premier League games, conceding just twice in 4 games. So very good defensively, and they're going to take confidence from their recent run of form, and also the fact that they picked up a very good 1-1 away draw at the Emirates Stadium against Arsenal last Sunday in their last game too. Anyone that's taking this game thinking it's going to be easy are going to have a rude awakening. This is a very good Brighton side that have been digging for the last 4 games to try and stay up and have Premier League survival. There's no pressure on them at all in this game. They are going to be stubborn, expect a lot of men behind the ball, and Man City could do with breaking it down and breaking it down early. Manchester City, of course, faced Brighton and Hove Albion at Wembley in the FA Cup semi-final just last month. They were stubborn then. City broke it down early. It meant Brighton had to try and make things happen, so it made an awkward last 10-15 minutes with balls coming from left, right and centre going into the boxes. Brighton were trying to make things happen. It just weren't working on that day. I'd feel a lot better if City could score an early goal in this game. I'd feel a lot better should City get a 2-goal cushion, and from there you would expect Manchester City to get the job done. If they don't, then I'll be extremely disappointed. For Brighton, we're looking at Ryan in net. He's an Australian goalkeeper. He will be the hero should Brighton get any result from this game, and so I feel like if they do get a result, it'll be down to him, and particular their defence. So I'm not too sure why Liverpool fans have been setting Glen Murray as their display pictures on social media. I'm not too sure why they've been doing that. I personally would have probably had Ryan set as the one instead. Bruno, the Brighton captain, this is going to be his last game for Brighton. He has announced that he's going to retire at the end of this season, and so it's going to be his last game. I'm 1000% sure here that Brighton will settle for a 0-0, and they'll be playing for a 0-0, and the longer this stays at 0-0, the more tricky it will be. Of course, over the last few games, Man City have been grinding and finding them goals and finding them 1-0 and 2-0 and keeping clean sheets, so that might suggest that it does suit Manchester City. It's just it's going to do nothing for anyone's heart rate. That is for sure. And so, like I said, everyone will feel better should City break it down early. If they can get a couple of goals before half-time, that'd be perfect in my opinion. Now, Like I said, we broke it down very early at Wembley. However, we saw how threatening they were with balls coming in left, right and centre. These were coming in from set pieces. So I'm talking players like Murray. That's probably why Liverpool fans have set him as the display picture. But like I said, the game won't be won or lost because of the attack from Brighton. It'll be won because of the defence. Duffy and Dunk at centre-back too. We're looking at players like Pascal Gross that can cause a lot of problems. We're looking at players like Jahan Bashk. I hope that's how you say his name. But he played a good game, I thought, at Wembley. Did dive a little bit, so we might be looking out for that potentially. We're also looking at other players too, like this had on the bench Knockaert in the last game. We're looking at players like Bong. Will they be starting in this game? I'm not too sure, but there's quite a bit of quality in Brighton's team, and so we need to be careful. We need to make sure we play our game and treat this like any other of the 37 Premier League games, which is turn up, play our style of football, attack and dominate and score goals. We do that, I'm confident we'll pick up the win. If you think back to last season, it finished 2-0 Manchester City. We didn't break down Brighton until later into the second half. That's when the gap started opening up. The legs were tired a little bit. Mistakes were happening, and we punished them. And so it could be one of those games where we need to be patient. Like I said, it would just make everyone feel better. I'm sure even the players will feel better should we break it down early. And so if we've ever needed a goal in the first 15 minutes, we're the best team at scoring goals in the first 15 minutes of the first half. If we can do that, I'm confident we can put that as a stepping stone and platform to be able to build up a lead in this game, win the game, pick up them 3 points and lift that Premier League trophy, which will of course be Manchester City's first Premier League trophy that we will lift that won't be at the Etihad Stadium. It'll feel weird. So I'm just hoping we get the job done. Trust me, I am. Now for Manchester City, we like clean sheets, we like narrow wins, we like 1-0s and 2-0s. This has been going on now for 13 games. We haven't dropped any points in 13 games. We have won every single game in the Premier League in 13 games since that away loss against Newcastle United. I remember doing the video, losing the plot, thinking the Premier League title was over. I was so disappointed, I was so angry. What a response it has been from the players and everyone involved at Manchester City. This could be the 14th Premier League win in a row. Let's face it, we need 14 Premier League wins in a row. This is what it's taken to win the Premier League. Last season, 18 games we went winning in a row. We've needed to do 14 this season. That is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Ederson, in that time of them 13 games, he has kept clean sheets in all but 3 of them games, and he's kept clean sheets in his last 4 games. It means now he's neck and neck with Alisson for the Golden Glove. If either of these keepers concedes and the other one keeps a clean sheet, they will win the Premier League Golden Glove. If Mo Salah can be kept quiet and Sadio Mane can be kept quiet and Sergio Aguero can bag a hat-trick, unlikely he can win the Golden Boot too. All I care about, though, is Manchester City picking up the 3 points. I don't care if that comes via a 4-0 and Aguero hat-trick and Ederson keeps his clean sheet and Man City end up winning all them awards, or whether that comes via a 4-3 or a 1-0. I'm just going to take any win, if I'm honest. I don't want it to be in the last minute. Trust me, I really don't want that. I don't think anyone can take that. But you can't rule anything out in the Premier League. You really can't. One last note, interesting. Ederson, if he plays in this game and stays on for the whole 90 minutes until full time, he'll become the first Manchester City player since Joe Hart to play in every single minute of the Premier League season. Now, for team news for Manchester City, I think that Phil Foden will miss out in this game. I think he'll go onto the bench, and I reckon it'll near enough be the same team that went out against Leicester. I reckon Leroy Sane might start in this game, just to allow a little bit more creativity in the middle, because I think they're going to be so stubborn, Brighton. We're needing a bit of creativity, so it wouldn't surprise me to see Bernardo Silva go there, or more than likely Bernardo Silva to drift out wide and Raheem Sterling to play behind Sergio Aguero in that last attacking slot, and having Gundogan and David Silva supporting him from behind, and having Zinchenko kind of cutting and leading Leroy Sane. Very important that he does track back. That's what I think might happen in this game. Fernandinho isn't far away. He's 50-50 to be going for the FA Cup final. I don't think we'll be seeing him in this game, though. I'm not too sure about Delph, but Mendy's out for the season now. He's been seen in Barcelona at Dr. Cugat's hospital, and so he's definitely out for the season. Might this be the first time we see Claudio Bravo on the bench for Manchester City in so long? It might be. He has been training for the last few weeks. Kevin De Bruyne is training. He's training in the last 2 training sessions over the last couple of days. He could feature. Wouldn't surprise me to see him on the bench and bring him on should he be needed. However, I'm almost certain he'll probably be back for the FA Cup final next week. And so, like I said, it's probably going to be the same situation as what it was against Leicester. also, in my opinion, I think it'll be the same permutation too. Win at any cost. So this is so difficult score prediction. I'm going to go for a comfortable 2-0 Manchester City win. I think we might get one in the first half, one in the second half, see it out and try and keep a clean sheet and time waste and just try and basically coast things along and see how things go. What I don't want is to start coasting at 1-0. 1-0's dangerous. 0-0's very dangerous. Losing at any point in this game is extremely dangerous. What we want to do is make things nice and comfortable, and the only thing I can think that's nice and comfortable is 2-0, and so that's what I'm going for. I'd love to know your score predictions of this in the comments below. This game is so unpredictable. There isn't any other game for us to rely on now. This is it. This is the moment. This is basically a cup final. 90 minutes you have, like a Champions League game. You've come in at 0-0. Away goals don't matter. You need to go in, win the game. This is the situation that we're in. We need to win this game. And so I'm going to pop up my team prediction now. I've gone for Ederson in goal, Walker right back, Zinchenko left back, Kompany and Laporte. Got to go with Kompany and Laporte, haven't we? Kompany's world. He'll be on top of the world. He's literally a rock at the heart of our defence. He's absolutely brilliant. Laporte obviously having a brilliant season too. With Fernandinho not being fit, going for Gundogan brings out another attacking option for Manchester City too, and if he's on form, then I'm confident Man City will win this game. David Silva and Bernardo Silva, I'm hoping David Silva will be able to find more of his creative best. Been a little bit hit and miss this season, but he's a Man City legend. We'll all let him off. Obviously, he's getting no younger, but we're needing one more big performance. This is a great time for David Silva to pull in a 10 out of 10 performance that we know he's capable of. I've gone for Bernardo Silva in the centre, but like I said, I won't be surprised to see if it's Sterling in the centre and Bernardo Silva goes out wide. I've gone for Leroy Sane and Sergio Aguero. Chance there for Leroy Sane to redeem himself and be able to prove that he is good enough for Manchester City's squad. Prove that he's had a good season, by the way. Let's not lie. The stats are good. He has had a good season here. He's just been inconsistent at times, let's say, and so we're needing him to be on form like we have seen in other games this season. Get ourselves a free kick, particularly on the left hand side, would be great. 20-25 yards out. Nice dipping Leroy Sane free kick. That'd be wonderful, wouldn't it? Gone for Aguero up front, of course. So 3 PM British summertime, Sunday the 12th of May. Huge day for Manchester City. Final game of the season. It is live in the UK on Sky Sports. So if you can't get down to Brighton, you can't get down to any pubs or anything, and you've got Sky at home, you'll be able to watch the game. Liverpool are also kicking off. It's nice to have Liverpool or Manchester City going first and putting pressure on the other team, etc., etc. It's been going on for months now, since January. It's been incredible. It's been incredibly tiring. We're finally at an end. Liverpool kick off at the same time and the same date too. They've got a home match against Wolves. The big screens are up at the Etihad at the City Square, so I don't go into that. Go and enjoy your day. We've got there's 2 different trophies at 2 different stadiums. They have got a Premier League trophy and medals waiting at Anfield. They've got a Premier League trophy and medals waiting at Brighton. 2 different people to dish out the medal, 2 different people to help hand over the trophy to. We've not had this in a little while, but we've had this situation back in 2012 and 2014. We came out on top of both of them. Let's not talk about how incredibly stressful that 2012 one was. I'm thinking more like the 2014. Nice and comfortable, please. So let's do this. I'm incredibly nervous. I don't want any shocks like the Champions League. I just want the talking points to be all about Man City. Man City win this game. I don't care. We win the Premier League trophy. I'll be ecstatic. Let's do this. Final video before I see you on the other side. We'll have an analysis and hopefully a celebration, or it'll be extreme commiserations and I'll be heartbroken and gutted going into tomorrow's video for that analysis. So fingers crossed, oh fingers crossed, I cross my thumbs too, that we do come out on top in this game and win this game. So I'll see you all again on the other side. Please, anyone with heart problems, don't take things too literally. I'll see you again for the next video tomorrow. Oh, let's do this. It's been JSGC. I hope you'll have a wonderful rest of your day. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're new around here. We're aiming for 3,000 subscribers. We're not too far away. Smash past 2,700 subscribers like it was now. So let's aim for 2,800 ASAP and let's get to that 3,000 target ASAP. Social media links in description below, and I'll see you all again for the next video. So it's been JSGC. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Try and stay calm, everyone. And like I said, I'll see you on the other side. Peace. Ciao for now.